Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or, small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was... But now, it feels...
1 second.
And the winter seems inevitable.
Ooh. Welcome, folks. We are back, and gonna play some Frostpunk. Frostpunk is a really fun game if you've never played it before. Sorry, I'm just getting things situated here as I usually am because, yeah. So, weekend Frostpunk. Not Frostpunk, Frostpunk. Just have to bear with me here briefly. Do a thumbnail. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's play some Frostpunk. Cool. Excuse me. It's a fun game. It's about survival, and recently it was updated. So there's a new game mode called The Last Autumn, and The Last Autumn is really quite neat, actually. It's kind of a precursor to the original story, which you kind of start with this weird heat generator of all things and have to survive crippling temperatures, freezing temperatures. You don't really know how you've gotten there. There's some backstory that sort of leads you to, well, this is some sort of great weather-based apocalypse, and we're trying to survive as best we can. So you end up having to make a lot of decisions, build your settlement, so on and so forth. So this is prior to that because you just kind of, in the main game, arrive, and that's where you're at. So last August, as we crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113, we were building the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to have the work rights and bread queues, or leave the work rights and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus why this contract has such a high priority considering the deteriorating situation of the Empire, but your superiors are clear this is the most important job of your life. So for Queen and Country. So it's kind of a pretty game in some aspects. I certainly enjoy it quite a bit. And I have played this before, so I kind of have an idea of what to do. We have to get boogieing pretty much. Get some steel going. There's our stockpile. Steam cores we'll get later. So what I'm doing right now is I'm assigning people to gather stuff. So they're going to gather all of these materials down here. And I'll kind of mess with the time here and there just to either speed it up or slow it down. But we kind of need to get some things going. So first things first, I want to build a workshop. And I can't just do that. I have to build a street first. So the workshop I will place here. I think It's probably fine. And I currently have a lot of homeless people, so I'm going to have to work on that as well. So I'm just going to go in slow-mo for now, just because, you know, I don't need to really rush through this. In fact, I'm thinking it might be better if I go like that instead. I'm trying to think where I want to put the houses. I'm going to need 9 of them. So maybe down here in this clearing. Alright, that's all we've got room for. We're out of wood. So, good thing we're gathering that. I'm just going to check on something real quick. Just make sure the stream's going alright. Life control room. Should be doing pretty well here. Okay. I think we're doing alright. Awesome. So, speed it up. Let these guys build a little bit. Alright, so we've already got something happening. First step. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left some construction materials behind to get us started. We should set up camp and clear the area around the shaft to make space for our construction facilities. Cool. Kind of working on that, but we definitely want to make sure we're doing that. I think we are gathering wood, so they're doing a good job there. Make sure we actually, because if you don't put a path, they won't actually be able to access it for some reason. The path kind of speeds them up a little bit too, so it helps with that. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to research faster gathering. Employ some engineers. Well, it's going to take 5 hours, so it'll be tomorrow that finishes. I definitely need, I keep hitting on the research. I definitely need more tents. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do that. Oh, and let's actually connect these so they can get to it. Alright, so that's all I can build for now. Alright, so the workday's over. And it's nighttime. Idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple of workers are throwing rocks down the huge central shaft. Deep, ain't it? And to think we have to work down there. Out of boredom, or maybe to exercise their fears, more workers join in. Soon rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but the camp offers very little other entertainment. Alright, so they're throwing rocks into the shaft. Do I let them be, or do I stop them? I'm thinking I'm going to stop them with that. Let's not throw rocks into the shaft. Now, that does have an effect. It has raised our discontent a little. We're not doing too bad, though. This is pretty low. Now, I did make an unpopular decision, so that's why it's gone up. But once I get this shelter situation figured out, they should be a little less upset with me, so. Only a little, though, right? They're probably going to be pretty hungry, too, so next thing I should work on is some food-related buildings. So. Uh-oh. I will provide shelter for everybody. I'll have 2 days to provide the shelter. That is plenty of time. We are almost there to begin with. But now I do have to also consider making a, is it like a medical post? So we'll kind of fast forward through this, get back to work. So I think it's 7:30, 8? Yep, alright. Come on, get moving. Exactly. Alright, so that's done. The faster gathering, so they should gather that a bit quicker. Let's do the sawmill next. And we'll get these 3 huts built. 3. And then I'll do a medical post too while we're at it. Though I need 25 wood for that. So they're researching pretty quick there. So normally I try to stream Subnautica on Sundays, but they recently announced that they're going to be adding a patch to the game itself, which, once it's put in, will more or less erase the save that I have. So all of the progress that I've made will be wiped out with this new patch. So I don't really want to progress any further at this time. I don't know if it's actually come through or not. But at the same time, it's like, well, if I know my save is not going to be valid anymore, I probably don't need... Probably don't need to keep working on that. It's just a... You know, it's a dead end. So I'm not playing that right now. In the meantime, I'll try and filter in some new stuff like this. Frostpunk is a game I enjoy quite a bit. If you haven't played it, definitely check it out. This isn't an ad or anything. I just genuinely enjoy the game. So, yeah, excuse me again. All right, so medical post is up. Let's get some engineers working in there. And man, yeah. I've got to get a cookhouse going here, or they're not going to be too thrilled with me. We'll do 10 workers, although it's closed at this time of day, so... Yeah. Ooh. Which is a real bummer. I was making some good progress on Subnautica. We'd kind of gotten to a good point where I really didn't know what was happening next. Everything prior to kind of the glacier kind of going underneath and everything like that, I was kind of familiar with already. But as the camp wakes up under dark rain clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we'd be sent to the end of nowhere. They grumble there is nothing for us to do here but work. And they are going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep their motivation up, they will suffer. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's do, for now, a chapel maybe? Yeah, we'll get a little bit of faith going. 30 wood and 10 steel. Alright, so that'll help them out. But I do have to now build this chapel. But I need more materials in order to do that, which I think I do have now. So we'll put the chapel here. I'm trying to kind of get as many of the houses as possible within the area of influence there. Plus that'll look kind of neat. Oh, we got coal over here. Huge coal pile. Alright, so the docks have been researched. This is good. Let's get some profile manufacturing started. What else was I going to build? Cookhouse, yes. They're probably getting kind of hungry, so we'll build a cookhouse. And I should build a dock as well. Let's build a basic dock. Alright, so motivation is rising because of the promise fulfilled. Okay, cool. I don't have to actually... Shifts over, stow your tools. Okay, so now I have all these workers that have nothing to do. Build another dock. Profiles. I do want to get started on some of this, so that's going to be good. Health, food, resources. Gathering post, resource depot, sawmill, basic docks. Okay. I might go ahead and just build another sawmill here. Yeah, we'll do that so we can start clearing that area. We'll get the cookhouse going with workers. So there's a lot going on, but, you know, luckily you can slow time down. The reason I'm kind of moving as quick as I can, really, is because very soon I'm going to need to start boogieing on some of this production type stuff. So I know I'm going to need a few of these, 25 wood each, so one is fine for now. Introduce a new law. We'll do an evening service. Which will allow people to worship in the evening, which is good. Because I want to get that motivation up. Ooh, go ahead and get these taken care of as well. Is that everything to gather? Stockpiles. I think that was it. 15 available. Cool. Just making sure we've got workers. Ooh. So I have to select a resource here. I'm going to go ahead and go with steel on this one, and then for this one we'll do coal. Coal is going to be helpful. I will switch to wood later, but I've got two sawmills up and running, so don't think I'm going to need that. Telegraph station. And we can get more people too, so that's kind of cool. But I do have to build the telegraph station in order to do that. So, let's do 10 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because they're going to need to actually gather those. You overhear two workers arguing over the reality of global cooling. You really believe this end-of-the-world rubbish? Me, I'm just here for the money. When we're done with this mad scheme, I can move my family out of St. Giles. Well, then you're a fool, because you'll all die when the frost comes. He turns to you. Ain't it the truth, sir? So mind your work, lads. So the science says, and only fools doubt it. So mind your work, lads. Discontent will fall slightly. So the science says, motivation will rise slightly, and only fools doubt it. Discontent rises, and motivation will rise. I'll go with this one, make it interesting. So we're going to get a little discontent, but also a little motivation. Well, I'm thinking I could probably get by with just like, well, that's why. So the more people I have working there, the more per hour. Okay. So the telegraph station is completed. We'll go ahead and get that built. Let's upgrade our research. Food. We're actually doing okay. I don't need the foragers' quarters just yet. But something to think about. I think we're doing okay for now. Might build another one of these. Get the research going twice as fast. Oops. Alright, so the line is open. Good work on setting up the construction camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can. Be aware, but we can, but be aware your camp is not the only project we supply. Okay. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. Together, these 3 generators will secure shelter for inhabitants of Liverpool should the worst happen. Their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. Cool. So we shall succeed. I can order resources. So I can get steam cores, engineers, and workers. They each have a different cost, and there's a limit. So over time, the longer I wait, the more the limit is. For now, I'm going to just max out people. I have enough engineers for now. I'll get some in the next shipment. But I need workers here, I need workers here, there. So having those will go a long way. I'll go ahead and build a couple houses just to be prepared. That way when they arrive, they're not homeless. Which is not fun, right? We'll just do some streets like that. That way we're set up for next time. Yep. Well, people going hungry is not really a big issue because, I mean, I've got plenty of food, so they should be eating. But, anywho. So the telegraph is on its, or the boat is on its way. In the meantime, we're just kind of, oh, that's right. I can't even build the forge, or can't be, or I could build it, but I can't, I don't have anyone to staff it with. Drawing boards were researched. So a reloading station makes the unloading a lot faster. I'm going to go ahead and do that because we're going to need as many resources as we can get. So having a quick supply line is going to be a great help. As you can see, we're not really, I mean, it's kind of coming in, but it needs to be faster. Indignant engineer. An engineer complains to you, sir, it seems I've been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now you see I don't have anything against workers, but they're quite loud and, well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure that I get moved to an engineer's tent? I'll do yes. But you're kind of a grump. And you've caused the discontent to rise because of your preferences, but it is what it is. Alright, so we got our reloading station. Let's get the forge, whatever, set up here. Just put that there. What else do I want to research? Food and health. Fishing harbor could be helpful. Let's do a fishing harbor. And then the reloading stations. Expensive, but helpful. So this could be 2 of my steam cores there. Transports arrived. Perfect.
Folks, enough work for today.
And we'll put some... At least 15 citizens need to be available. Okay, let's... We'll drop a couple here and a couple here. Because we got to get going on foraging. Cool. So, limit is 33. Let me go ahead and get some engineers. Get them sent here, so just in case we need them. And then next load will probably be some, maybe a steam core. I only have 1 right now, which might be fine for a little bit, but we'll see. So we got the fishing harbor. Let's do protective structures. Oh, I'm out of resources. We're gonna have to wait.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
Time to work. Safety concerns. Sir, a few people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. Could have been worse. One of them passed out and fell from a scaffold. We can't ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, the safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it's low, people working there will get sick. If it's very low, they might get injured or die. Alright, so we have to pass a law improving safety. I will do safety procedures.
Attention.
So there, that's a safety law. Let's do protective structures too, because that'll help. Haste makes waste, apparently. Safety procedures are off. Right now, there's a low risk of getting ill, so this is good. Of course, I do need to... I thought Foragers' quarters. Set up a Foragers' camp. Is that a separate thing? Fishing harbor. I mean, I could do a fishing harbor here pretty soon. Alright, so they didn't find anything here, really. We'll go to the hunting grounds. Oh, here comes some shipments. A boudoir photography. Sir, supply ships bring post for the crew from time to time. For security reasons, all letters are open and read, but we may sometimes ask you for your instructions. In this case, one of our people received a passionate letter from a lady friend, together with a highly suggestive photograph. Are we to allow this? I say we just leave that. It's not hurting anybody, in my opinion. So, we'll let sleeping dogs lie on that. Forager carts. 50% faster. Let's do that. Because they're going to be able to gather a lot of very neat stuff that we can use.
Stow your tools.
Okay, cool. So, making good progress. Oh, put some workers here. I have one. Transport's arrived. Yay. With engineers. Which I can't actually use for this. So we'll get some more workers. But you see how quickly this starts to really become necessary. Oh, gonna need another medical post. Oh. Numerous animal tracks cover the general banks of the stream. Let's explore. Convenient watering place. We can set up camp here for some time to hunt animals coming for water. Cool, let's do that. Set up camp. And they will work on that. So, now that we have our basic infrastructure set up, it's time to start with the construction of the generator. Build a profiles manufacturer, then produce 8 structural profiles that will allow you to set up the shaft structure. So I'm already working on that, thankfully. I've got 3 currently in storage. Oh, I get this nice overlay. So right now I'm about 4 days ahead of schedule. But it's going to start to really ramp up. I'm going to have to build these other things. So, optional upgrades. Okay. So we'll just have to keep it up. Keep the foot on the gas, so to say. The shift is on. Forge carts researched. Let's do a sawmill upgrade. No. What do we have? Medical post. That could be helpful. Because I'm already maxed out here. Oops. I can do another medical post. Letters from home releasing tensions. Sir, 2 of our people got into a fist fight apparently over the lewd picture that came by mail earlier. Nothing too serious, although one of them got a sprained wrist. The original recipient of the picture is clamoring to get it back, while the other man insists that he won it fair and square in a game of whist. As it is difficult to tell where the truth lies, people seem to expect you to settle it. I'm gonna punish them both. I let you hedge your nudie, and you went and started fighting about it. So, yeah, not cool. Not a fan. Alright, so that's gonna work a bit faster. Sawmill upgrade, resource depot upgrade. More foragers. That could be good. Do the machine shop. Yeah, I'm gonna need more steam cores pretty soon. Shift is over. I want to make sure my people stay healthy. 0 idle, 3 idle. Food arrives every day. They're currently hunting. So they'll do this for 3 days. Yeah, it's already kind of cold looking. It's 50 Fahrenheit, so we're doing okay. Oh, that's a bit much. So everybody's comfortable. So that's good. Transport has arrived. Got some homeless people. So let's fix that real quick. Book of laws, administration. Let's do the repatriation of bodies. Well, nobody's dying yet, so I'm gonna wait on that. Public house could be good. Are y'all building? No, you're not. I need 25 wood for that. Ooh, okay. We need 3 more. Sawmill upgrade, 10. Okay. How's this one doing? This one's out of wood. So let's go ahead and dismantle this building. Move it down. Let's put this here. No, we'll put this here. Or to be better, not adjacent to street. Well, I can fix that real quick. Let's build 2 more of these. And then we'll just have 1 more left. Let's max this out, max this out. We're doing okay on food. I'm thinking about just shutting this down. Because it might be better for us to get more foragers going, but I need more wood. Ugh. Okay. Take a breather. We're doing pretty good on food. pretty darn good. Oh, I need to build a public house too. I forgot about that. People, public house. We'll slap that over here. No, probably not good to have it near a church. We'll put it there. Yep. So if I look at this, are we still 2 days ahead of schedule? Okay. Gotta get that final...
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
Okay, cool. So that's done. We'll get some workers working there. My people are motivated. Set up the shaft structure. Ooh. More foragers researched. Okay, let's grab 29. Oof. We'll do safety measures. So that'll keep people from getting ill. We'll get this ventilation plant set up here. Gonna need another steam core pretty soon. I only have one. So steam exchangers are what we need next. Right? Yes. Steam exchangers. Machine shop. So we'll build the machine shop first. And then we should build as many of those as we can, because we're going to need them. Troubled father. Sir, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? Excuse me. I'm going to not censor the letter. I don't like that. I suppose it might be best to censor that, but yeah, I'm not into it. Let's go ahead and just build this all the way around. No, that's not what I wanted. Because once these trees are gone, this one still has a few wood. Two are sick. Just go to the doctor. I don't know how many we need. 10? Okay. Yeah, let's get started on it. And for the coal, I'm going to switch this over to wood. I'm at 900 right now, so I don't really need it.
Get moving. Time to work.
Ventilation plant researched. Let's do some drafting machines. We should have some workers here soon. Cool, 29. Let's get to building. Sir, the distraught father of the sick child wants to talk to you. He begs you to let him go home. I know it means giving up this job here, but I'll figure something out. My family needs me, sir. Please let me go back to him. We'll lose one worker. Fine. Not thrilled, but at the same time, discontent is not good either, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. Oh yeah, now the wood is really rolling in. We'll do that, and then more workers. Good on engineers for now, but steam core is going to be really helpful.
The shift's over.
Yep, eat some food, folks. And foundry. Supercharge. Allows us to supercharge the steam exchangers at the construction site to speed up work on the generator. Finer mesh. Upgraded docks. Efficient gathering. Steam sawmill. Charcoal kiln. Faster reloading. Docks will be 10% more efficient. Let's upgrade the docks. So the resources are coming in faster, ideally. Although I'm starting to get kind of worker constrained. Well, that's kind of going there. Keep saying my frame rate's too high. Set it to 30 or less. Why? Why must my viewers only have access to 30 frames per second? Oh, okay. So the hunting grounds have been depleted. I think we should go to this small waterfall here. And I'd like to build another set of foragers, but I don't have 15 citizens available. So it's not really going to work. Just build a buttload of those. Making progress. A bad omen. This morning the camp is strangely quiet. People pass the bad news in hushed voices. An owl is perched atop the scaffolding. Despite it being broad daylight, they were superstitious even in the best of times, but here in this remote, harsh place, they see it as a worst omen? Worse than herded black cats. They refuse to return to work while the bloody bird sits there. They also say that to shoo it away would bring even worse luck. For 4 hours. Alright. So for the rest of the day, pretty much. Alright, well. Something to consider. Alright, so for labor, after hours equipment maintenance. After finishing their shaft, workers will spend some time cleaning and maintaining their equipment to keep it in safe operating. After finishing their shift, not the shaft.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
Fish jumping in the waterfall, not many, but enough for a meal for the team. Okay, so Rock Arch or the Rapids. Let's go to the Rock Arch. Transport has arrived. Perfect. So we've got another steam core, so that'll help. We're making progress on the exchangers. Is this safety procedures safe? This is not bad, but could be better. 6 structural profiles is what that will cost. Improve safety by 1. Okay. Large resource depot. That could be helpful. Efficient gathering. Finer mesh. Additional foragers. Foundry. Optimized materials. I don't have enough steel right now. I have to actually upgrade the docks. Okay. Rock Arch has been reached. Nothing there. Alright, let's go to this tavern. So I think we're doing okay so far. We're about a day ahead of schedule, so we're gonna need... We can't have any further delays. I'm only at 11% here. So that's not gonna work. Do max that out. Get 17 more people going. Yeah. This would be 9. I'm still missing 15 plus 10, 25 plus 9 is 34? 25 plus, yeah, 34. So 17 is only going to be half of what I need. I'll prioritize that so we can get this working. 11% is not good. But, you know, it is what it is. Luckily, I'm kind of working ahead on the other, you know, objectives as well, so I think we're going to be okay overall, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so... They're working. Foragers have reached the tavern. They have food rations. The tavern isn't abandoned. After all, a rotund man is bustling about, hefting crates and trunks on a sledge. He introduces himself as the owner of the fine establishment. While the French were around, I had patrons all day long. Workers carrying hangover with their breakfast, engineers drinking buckets of coffee over their maps and blueprints, and in the evening, all together working hard on their next hangover. All of them chatting in bloody French. Now it's over. Take whatever you need. I'm leaving for good. Oh, okay. Let's head to... 3 graves. Okay. Let's see how that goes. We got about 7 hours before the next work shift gets, or the next boat of people. We've detected dangerous concentration of toxic gases across the whole construction site. Breathing them will make people sick, but we'll keep them working. We have no choice. The gases are venting from the depths of the source. Changes constantly. We'll monitor and warn you about any changes 24 hours in advance. So workplace safety falls by 1. So it's saying right now it's low, but it will rise tomorrow. Okay. So it's not good. Let's pass a law here. We'll do, a short shift. So that'll have to do. Shorter shifts will actually be used. And this is fine. There's only 5 people there anyways, so... I'm hoping having a full 50 people... Oh, it's... Move on. Dots turned out to be graves. The headstones read Lob, Proloff, and Bellow. Who were they? Buried in such a remote place. Let's go to the railroad track. Let's see what's over there. Should probably build some houses in preparation. Okay. Street built here. Do another one here. Wait, I've got 10 people are just sitting there. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. Dismantle this. So we're running out of wood there. Transport's arrived. Let's max this out, and then whatever's left we'll put over here. Railroad tracks run from one horizon to the other. It's enormous. The rails are almost knee-high and run on very wide sleepers. Huh. Storehouse. Let's go to the train station. Just because that sounds cool. Alright. So we've got our short shift going here. Progress is 32%. We're 16 hours ahead of schedule. Oof. So it's starting to slow down here. We really want to make sure we're hitting these milestones, otherwise we could start to really get backed up. And that's not good.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
Let me build, let's upgrade these docks. Can I upgrade the other one? Yep. They've reached the train station. It's a small railway station which look ridiculous beside the enormous tracks, the huge rails that stretch around from here. What kind of gigantic train runs on them? Find an old station master who tells us that all Kravenage departures are on hold until further notice. Ask what that is. He laughs like we told him a good joke before. Maybe we misunderstood. Okay. We see a huge silhouette. Let's take a look. Kind of curious. Alright, so this is now updated. Very cool. It's kind of neat, actually. Making good progress. So we've gained a few hours back. Wanted, sir. A shocking letter arrived from the Manchester Constabulary. It appears that one of our engineers is a suspect in several gruesome murders. The police wants to question him and is asking us to send him back on the first outbound ship. Claims he's innocent. What should we do? Let's send him back before he starts murdering people. That would be bad. Plus I have plenty of engineers. So.
Take a breather.
Oh, I haven't been researching anything. Ooh, this isn't good. That's really not good. I'm not happy about that. Alright. So they've reached this thing. This enormously huge locomotive lies on its side. It's a view both majestic and pathetic. Steam cores and steel composites. Wow, that is quite large. It's like a beached ship. It is overturned when the ground gave way under its massive weight and the tracks buckled. There's an inscription on its main boiler. This is number 12. Pity that the land has let them down. Now we can only salvage the resources from this. Okay, yeah, let's salvage. And, no. Let's go to the storehouse. Let's head back. Or try to head back here. Let me get another order of people. Work standardization. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that.
New rules are in place.
Discontent rises slightly, but that's not a huge deal. So we're getting close here. Ooh. Just like that, all my wood's gone. People across the whole camp leap to their feet, awakened by the sound of angry screeches. Dozens of huge birds are circling over the construction site. The owls are back. It's a sign the heavens warn us. We shouldn't be here. We're doomed. Ooh. So things aren't going great. Alright, so we're gonna need to use this.
People, there's work to be done.
Gotta keep it safe. Cool, steam cores. S'il vous plaît. The sign over the entrance says Minister de Marinistic Colonies Entrepot number 4. It's not surprising that the nations also seek refuge in the north, but the scale of operation is astonishing. Ancient storekeeper opens a big ledger at our site, looks at us for French engineers, says some French, seems to offer us a shipment of steam cores, but what the heck is a... Well, I think it's the... You know what, I'm gonna explain the misunderstanding. Merci, messieurs. Votre honnêteté vous honore. Oof, my French is not good. Okay. Well, I think we did the right thing, even if we don't win any prizes for doing that. But we have to have some civility, right? Uh-oh. Ugh. There's a lot of screaming going on. Fortunately, we have a rescue team on hand. Thanks to our dedication to safety, a group of workers has been training for... Yeah, let's send a rescue team. We cannot lose people. They stopped work. We saved our friend's share this time, but as long as the deadline is more important than us, such catastrophes will keep happening. How many of us won't make it home in one piece? Alright, so... I want to negotiate... Let's do... bathhouse. Strike is resolved. The first strike is over, but it won't be the last. We need to address the labor issues if we are to finish the generator on schedule. Workers would like to be given a voice and involved in decisions, while engineers promise you results if you rely on their proven expertise. Strength of the engineer's role. I think the workers is what I'm going to go with here. Alright, so I have to wait 2 days to sign. Oh man. Just got to keep things on track. Otherwise we're really going to start to falter here. How much? We'll build 2 of those, and then doing okay on food. The bathhouse. Ugh, I need to build a labor union. Okay, let's go ahead and build it before I forget. How are we doing? We're still about a day ahead of schedule. So about meaning not quite.
Workers, your work is over for today.
Your work is over for today. Labor union has been established. Transports arrived. Nobody's homeless. Awesome. So we'll max this out. Ooh. What is this one? Oh. Do that. Max that out. I don't really know if we need the food so much, but couldn't hurt. Resources. Dismantle this. Should probably build another wood camp or sawmill. Alright, So the gas level is going to fall tomorrow. This is still 24 hours.
Workers, your shift is
Awesome.
on.
So that's lasting. Let me... I think I want to build another... Well, wait, hold up. What was it that I wanted to build? Okay. Sawmill range extension. Food and health, an infirmary. Let's do that. Darn, don't have enough steel. Cool. So we achieved our milestone. So before laying the foundations which will support the massive bulk of the generator left us in workers deep below the ground level, install the tower pumps. Alright, so nesting place. It's kind of useless. Let's go back to the construction site for now. What do I have to build? Pressure valves and tower pumps. Huge valves built of high quality steel will direct the flow of water and superheated steam. So I almost have all the steam exchangers, so we'll go ahead and we'll build that. Max that out. Let me make sure this do short shifts. Wait. Time to finish one day. It's actually longer with the longer shift. Yeah, okay. Infirmary, we'll start on that. Oh. Okay, and I can't forget the bathhouse, but that's not going to go well. Oh. We're out of steel. Congratulations on completing your first milestone on schedule. Meanwhile, after funding cuts and a catastrophic accident at Site 107, the project was scrapped and remaining workers scheduled for evacuation. If you can spare the men, order forgers to search these coordinates and recover whatever materials you can. We will have far from enough generators to evacuate everyone should the unthinkable happen. Okay, so we'll double our efforts. It's probably good. I'm bringing my dudes back. Serve the labor union. You agreed to needs representatives, but workers, if left to their own devices, will probably choose subversive activists to represent them. How shall we proceed? Let's rig the elections. I don't want them to have too much control. It's also not something I'm excited about as far as what we should be doing, but at any rate. Alright. So the infirmary is set up. So some of these are really just... So the ventilation plant is really only going to help with the gas. I really don't have enough of a lot of this
Quitting time.
quitting time. Okay.
Leave your tools in order.
I'm going to need the foundry here pretty soon, but... Let's do that. So we got 2 heat exchangers. Let's head out. Lake full of fish could be good, but let's do nature's sculpture. And that's being built, maybe? I'm not really sure how to gather this stuff either. It can't be reached at the moment. Well, maybe when it freezes over. Big old pile of coal. Just a tall rock sculpture. Okay. Field kitchen. Alright. It's a kitchen in the field. Alright, sorry. Got a text message. So we're 3 days ahead of schedule for now. Gotta keep that up. Can't forget about that either. Motivation fell significantly.
Get to work. Report all problems to the Union.
Report all problems to the Union. Can I build the ventilation plant? Tower pumps. I need 10 steam exchangers. I literally just need one more. Don't have enough steel. Okay. Alright, so they've reached the field kitchen. No food, but Site 107. Cool. Those resources are going to be pretty useful. Let's just more steel. And then, ooh, I have not 65. Ooh. Order shipment. Pass a law for the bathhouse. Build the bathhouse. Of course I need 20 steel. Okay. There we go. Power to the people. Several union representatives visit you to talk about involving the workers in the decision making. Trust us, people have plenty of ideas about how to do things better and safer, though not always cheaper. Show us that you're willing to listen to us, and everyone will put their heart into work. It's a good idea.
Shift's over. Enjoy your free time.
Bathhouse was created. Now this is going to use coal. 72 a day. Ooh, okay. Survivors. The young engineer who introduced herself as Effie McLaughlin is relieved to see us. I'm glad you came. We are to be evacuated, but you just can't be sure in these times. Long story short, the core of their generator exploded after a fire broke out in final stages of construction. She says that she saw the tragedy coming, but no one listened to her. She and some friends are not giving up. They want to use their experience. Let's bring the people. Yeah. Why not? This is some good resources. Alright, so they're on their way back. Do need steam cores for the infirmary. What am I really missing though? The steel. Tower pumps. Let's get going on that. Tower pumps, and then let me get a... do want to get a ventilation plant going. Three days ahead of schedule. Okay. Ooh, it's deadly.
Get up, workers. Report for duty.
This is just straight up deadly. Let me... No, don't work on that yet. We gotta get some ventilation pumps going. Need 50 steel, 25 wood. Almost done. Okay. Ventilation plant. Let's have you guys go to the rapids. Actually, let's do Lake Full of Fish. Engineer received a letter from his relatives in India. They explained that a sudden frost devastated their plantation. They're going back to England. Ooh, rising up against British rule. Surely we can't afford... Let's not censor for now. Alright, 32 people. That's crazy. 26. Get another steam core coming in. Oh, I need to pass this Workers' Council.
Rules and regulations.
Good thing I remembered to do that. What does an advanced dock give me? Alright, so it should be safer now that this is built. Ooh, but I'm gonna need coal. Okay, switching to... Let's go back to coal. And we'll build Council Square. I've got to build that. Chosen resource.
Work's over for the day. Time to rest.
Time to rest. We're still ahead of schedule. 4 days. Nice. Strike is low chance at this time. Jeez. Alright, well we gotta get going on that, so... We'll do the short shift, which lowers our usage to 200. Nobody has access. Oh man. I should have built it over here. So I'm just burning coal for no reason. That's not good. It's kind of big. Can't build it in there. So it's 50, 60. Alright, we'll do that.
Get moving, workers. You work for yourself now.
You work for yourself now. How nice. Still need more steel. Sir, people are working in the deepest part of the shaft. They're reporting rumbling sounds and slight tremors. They complain of getting dizzy from toxic fumes coming through the cracks. We might be forced to evacuate them quickly. To do this, we'll need safety equipment for both the rescuers and the shaft crew. We'll also protect workers from the fumes. Yeah, let's do it. Let's produce some safety equipment. How do I do that? We're out of steam exchangers. Do we need more? Plenty of fish in this lake. Stay here for a few days and catch them. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so... Council Square. Sir, several engineers want to share with you their concern about workers' councils and ask for reassurance. We appreciate your efforts to motivate the workers, but giving them too much power would diminish our authority and blur their responsibility. Before you commit to any of their ideas, remember that they know nothing about generator design. Yeah, they're still in charge. They're quit being such a bunch of grumps. For this coal pile, I want to build another reloading station. Oh, I could do 2. Oh, I didn't even realize. That's kind of crazy. Workers' Council's been established. Alright, let's get these guys. Set up camp. Yeah, I thought they were doing that. Alright. We'll do wood there. Resources. Resource depot.
Quitting time. Workers, leave your tools in order.
And food rations. We'll do that. Oh. There's literally no buildings being affected by this. Okay. So I didn't build that in the right place. The effects are undeniable. So they're efficient right now, but if they were more motivated, they could be more efficient. Alright, so let's see. We are about 4 days ahead of schedule. Let's start thinking ahead here. So, I'm going to need 50 structural profiles and 25 steel composites. For the steel composites, I need to make a foundry, which still don't have enough steel.
Get to work. Report all problems to the Union.
Alright, so that's working. Profiles manufacture. Build as many as we can. This, don't think we need any steam thingies. That might not hurt. They need steel though, so I'm not feeling that that's going to be a priority right now. So instead of people getting sick, let's get them out of that. So Certain engineer came forward complaining that some people will use the bathhouse for sex. Animals. We need a place for this. Motivation will fall slightly. Discontent will fall slightly. Alright. House of Pleasure. That's that. Wait, 1 hour. Alright, let's build the foundry. So this is better served like around here. That's what it seems like. This is useless. Alright, so the brothel's open. Need more workers for the public house. There goes the hope that we have left this rot behind in London. The ladies are not as happy about this. Suffice to say. Okay, so the foundry's done. Let's innovate the process.
Time to rest. You've earned it.
Ooh, the gas is really bad. So the prediction is it'll fall tomorrow. 25 steel and 50 coal. Okay. I should probably do one of those. Okay. So far this is going really great. This is actually the farthest I've been in this game. I usually fail in the first milestone. People are so highly motivated that many of them perform their jobs with enthusiasm. The efficiency in all workplaces rises as a result. 30%, that's amazing. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Oof, this isn't looking good. Luckily this is dropping.
Workers, your shift is on.
Oh, I think we finished it. Uh-oh. Catastrophic accident in the lower levels. A cave-in exposed the underground heat source, engulfing our people in deadly fumes. We could seal the source off to save them, although it will permanently reduce the power available to the generator, but if we leave it open, all our people underground will die. Send rescue team. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's get an infirmary built. Should have done this a little while ago anyways. Successful evacuation. All workers were rescued and the source remains open. Some of our people were hurt, a few of them seriously, but if we provide them with proper medical care, they will live. Awesome. Alright, so we've got a few amputees. It's okay. At least they're alive. Let's go ahead and do the steam sawmill. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Sir, one of our men who was instrumental in the rigging of the union election has bragged about it in the pub. Angry workers demand explanation. What will you tell them? I'm shocked. Repeat the election. Motivation will fall. But it's so good. Let's do that one. I want the motivation to stay high. Alright, so we got a lot of hurt people.
Shift's over. Enjoy your free time.
We need 20 more of these. Steam sawmill researched. I don't have any wood. So I'm thinking when it finally does get cold, I'll be able to get this. 1,000 steel. That's pretty crazy. So I'm going to try not to use all this wood. So I have it for later. What are the homeless people? Oh, there's homeless people. Crap. I don't have any wood. That's not good.
Report for duty.
Okay. We'll build another tent. A couple of them. And another infirmary. This is my final steam core. Grateful Father. Sir, we have news about the father of the sick child you allowed to go home. He wrote one of his friends that his daughter did not make it, but he's grateful that he could be there to hold her hand. Our people appreciate that you made the right call. Cool. So, not the best outcome, but... Strike. Ah, they're on strike. Alright. 3 days to pass comfortable quarters. Let's do comfortable quarters. Where's that at? Alright, so I have to build quite a few more houses now. Oh, cool. I think I finished. Heart of the generator. With the foundations in place, it's time to build the fiery heart of the generator called a core. It will have to be enclosed within 2 support frames, which will also hold up external parts of the generator. Okay. I need to build a lot more houses, though. Safety improvements, efficient fans. Tents. Oh, we can't. I don't know if I'm gonna need that many, but doesn't hurt.
Quitting time. Workers, leave your tools in order.
Okay, so they strike for a little bit, but they're fine now. Gotta watch the coal. Where's that other... There we go. Let's dismantle this. Great work on laying down the generator's foundations. You're making good time. Down here, bad weather and crop failures prompted an exodus to the colonies. Those who stay place their hopes in the government's newly unveiled plan. Our company was accused of profiteering by opposing politicians. Pure slander, of course. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Site 120. We are Attaching his coordinates, I would appreciate if you could spare a few men. Okay. Yeah, they're still doing this for a little while longer. I want to say. Lake full of fish. 4 days, 20... I should build another set of workers to go and just take care of it. Let's see here. Where... This is it. Create a new forgers team. I thought I had... Oh, I have to build another forgers. Gotcha, okay. Forgers' quarters. I'll head to the workers' camp. We're really motivated, aren't we?
Report all problems to the Union.
15% less coal. Awesome. I'm thinking... Yeah, we're gonna want to build another reloading station over here. I'm out of steam cores. Meantime, y'all work on that. Good old Aunt Sally. Workers' Council took the initiative to organize an after-hours Aunt Sally tournament. Workers are in high spirits, throwing sticks at a dolly crowned with a bowler hat. Whack it, shouts one of the players right in the head. Oh, what a shot. I swear this dolly looks like my bloody foreman in his stupid hat. I see. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. They're happy, and things are going pretty well, so... So, radical treatment, try everything to cure the gravely ill. A lot of them are left as amputees.
New company rules are in place.
For 30% of them, not necessarily a lot. Okay, so... we still have all this coal. I think I'm gonna take them off food for now, so we can really start gathering coal. So right now we're 6 days ahead of schedule. Do I have... okay, so I have 25 of those. I need how many steel composites? 25. So I have 14 right now, but I don't want to use all my coal.
Workers, your work is over for today.
I might shut this down for a little bit. Ventilation shaft's going to be pretty critical. Ooh. Ooh, so they did reach. Workers tell us about Site 120, where they toiled in inhuman conditions under their slave-driving boss until they had enough and ran away in one night. They beg us not to betray them if we visit their site. They're starved and about half of them are sick. They won't survive alone. Lead them to our camp. Tell them to stay put. We'll come back. I don't know where this other site is, though. Maybe if I go to Bald Hill. Yeah, man, we're having some success here. Pretty excited with what we've been able to get to.
Workers, your shift is on.
Your shift is on. Most people are working in safe conditions. This is good. And we'll do a care house.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
So the care house I will put by the infirmary. I suppose that makes sense. Probably doesn't really matter where I put it. Bald Hill. String of spots not very far from here. Ah, there we go. Care house promise filled. Efficiency's really going quite well. Transport's arrived. Let's build another support frame. We got our steam cores. So let's build a reloading station. Oh. Workers' Council wants to celebrate the anniversary of Edinburgh Bread riots by giving everyone the rest of the day off in honor of the fallen comrades killed by the army. But the engineers disagree. The bullets might have killed them, but it was global cooling that caused the crop failure, famine, and riots. The best way to honor its victims would be to keep working and finish the generator. I'm going to side with the engineers. Although I probably could have sacrificed a little bit of time there. But yeah. These guys are still getting fish. Cool. Well, things are going pretty great so far. Ooh, let's oof, I forgot about that. Don't need a bunch of injured people. Okay, so now I can build a few more of these. So another 7 will get us pretty close, so that'll be... Let's see. Seems like the generator is very nearly completed before it blew up. It's been destroyed by a violent rebellion. Unburied bodies lie everywhere. We found no survivors. Peeking into the generator pit, we saw even more bodies scattered at the bottom. Most of them were engineers. All buildings are in ruin, gutted by fire and wrecked on purpose. We'll gather whatever supplies we can and leave this terrible place. Okay. We'll go to the Snowy Hills before we head back to the workers' camp. So the temperature's going to start dropping here pretty soon. That's going to be interesting. Thank you for investigating Site 120. We are sorry to hear of their fate. We reiterate that if you happen to find any survivors, apprise us of any new information they might provide. According to reports from all over the globe, the cooling shows no sign of slowing down. With the other generator projects scrapped, your site is now Liverpool's last hope. You can count on us. care house has... Oh, I should be able to... We can't afford feeding those who can't work, therefore the amputees shall be sent back to London into the care of their families. It's likely gonna kill them. Amputees fitted with a prosthesis. Well, I can order them. We'll do that. That way we can keep...
Rules are in place.
I only need 8 right now. Actually, don't even really need people. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and grab them anyways. Can I build another... No, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to delete this. So I can build a ventilation plant.
Get up, workers. Report for duty.
Searching the area, we found some resources scattered around. The fugitives must have left all inessential supplies behind to lighten their load. There's no telling what happened to them. They're likely to die of starvation. Oof. Alright, well, let's head to the workers' camp. Bring them home. Alright. So I think everything's relatively safe now, because I have both of those vents going. And again, I need... how many of these? Cores. 25 steel components. Alright, so I'm at 21. I just need 4 more. Oh, we are running out of... okay, hold up. Shoot. Are they... they're not doing that. Okay. We're out of coal. Sir, the Manchester Constabulary informs us in a letter that the engineer we sent them never reached port. He apparently managed to overpower his escort and escaped in a boat. They will keep searching for him. Okay, well, glad we did that. Advanced fishing harbor. Boosted forager. Advanced docks. 3 piles. See, some of these are kind of nice to have, but let's do that, I guess. Okay. 1, 2. Nope.
Quitting time. Workers, leave your tools in order.
It's weird how much gas there is. At least seems to be weird. Lead them to our camp. We're glad to hear that you located and took in survivors. Although the exact details of what transpired there are still unclear, we strongly suspect some of the sort of syndicalist conspiracy. We urge you to keep an eye out for subversive elements hiding among the workers you took in. Alright, we shall be vigilant. Motivation's at an all-time high. Discontent is really low. Citizen needs work standardization. Alright. Alright. Transport's arrived. Let's get these people some prosthetics. 25 are homeless. Okay. Let's get you guys out to the rapids.
Get to work. Report all problems to the Union.
Report all problems to the Union. Doing pretty good on food still. I can build the core now. Oh, striking. What can I do here? Beaming worker approaches you, walking stiffly on a newly fitted prosthesis. Just want to say thank you. I was slowly going mad working in the care house for half pay. Now I'm back in business. Glad to hear that. What? Safety improvement. Food and health. What's the infirmary checklist? So that's good. We'll do this. We'll do this. Max. Oh. Okay. Are we outside of... Got coal. Why aren't these working? Oh, they're turned off. Gas is really bad.
Shift's over. Enjoy your free time.
There, everybody's got a home. Maxed. Wood. I actually don't even really need that. So next up, I'm gonna need lots of steam exchangers and 20... Okay. Alright, so I'll have them work on that. Ceremonial funerals, nope. Labor. Collective bargaining, official doctrine. Oh, short shifts cause discontent. I don't even need this stuff right now. Dispensary. I'm not thinking any of these are really going to help. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. And how are we doing on time? 5 days ahead. Awesome. That's working pretty well. So toxicity level's about to drop. That'll be good. Mountain Lake. Discontent is to 0 pretty much. These are people we rescued from workers' camp, those who fled from the failed generator. They're unhappy with life in our camp. They complain about workplace safety and overtime. I guess I'll ignore them for now.
Workers, your shift is on.
But I might need to... Sir, a small fire broke out in the unfinished core. We managed to put it out before it spread, but this is bound to happen again if we do not improve the work safety. Additionally, we can build fire dampers inside the structure to limit the scale. Okay, so I'm going to build 5... Three... 4... 5. We can stay here for a few days and catch them. Let's see. Let's go to the collapsed mine. See what we got there. How do I build the fire dampers? Yep. Definitely. Cure the infected. Oh, the prostitutes. Okay. Yep, we'll cure the infected. Y'all getting nasty.
Over for today. Time to rest.
Alright, lake full of fish. I'll have them go to the mountain lake and start getting food there. Lost crates. Okay. Making decent progress. Still 6 days ahead now. I gotta build more of these steam exchangers. Oh, hold up. Okay. First snow. Dancing like flakes. The first snow came much sooner than anyone expected, and although it melts soon, the mood remains depressed. People shuffle through the mist, muffling their voices. This is the last thing we needed. Working in such cold is going to be a drag. Ugh. Okay, we must endure. How cold's it gonna get? 32? Ooh, so it's kind of chilly.
Get up, workers. Report for duty.
Ooh. Take the crates, but we'll see what happens. Okay. We were able to get over there. I might just keep those, but we'll see. It's a lot of coal. We're gonna need it though. In fact, let's get to working. Uh-oh. There are people inside the core. They'll die. Gotta help those poor souls. Alright, the sound of explosion comes from this generator, and then din of terrified voices. A fire broke out, and then nearly finished core. Many workers are trapped inside. We can evacuate them, but if the fire is allowed to spread unchecked, it will destroy the core, forever cripple the generator. Dinner will be of normal quality. Many workers will be gravely injured. Some progress in the core will be lost. Use emergency safety systems. I think I have that. Alright, well they're saved. Okay, good. Pretty good on wood for now, so I'm going to go ahead and reprioritize those people. Mountain Lake, set up camp. Perfect. Let's do some Steam exchangers. What are...
Time to rest. You've earned it.
They seem to be troubled. Appears the convoy is heading for Winterhome. It's a long way from here. Their carrying parts crucial for the proper orientation of Winterhome's generator. They lost several crates on the way. Without them, the construction of their generator might be compromised. Alright, we'll return the crates. Gosh. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Telegram from London. We're going to be cut off. The frost is coming sooner than expected. Royal Meteorological Society warns that the sea will freeze in 12 days, stopping all navigation and fishing. We will seize all shipments in 10 days. Start stockpiling materials and food. The evacuation by an icebreaker is planned in 18 days. It's imperative we create the... Oh gosh. Okay, so I probably need to build a few more of these. Of course, they require a buttload of steel. So the coming cold for everyone off guard. If the forecasts are true, it will make finishing construction that much more difficult. Show me the new technologies. Heat. Alright. Braziers. Heaters. Efficient burners. Okay. Resources. It's starting to really get kind of crazy around here. I'll say that much. This is almost done though. We're making pretty good progress. Alright, we're gonna need people. Transport's arrived.
Get moving, workers. You work for yourself now.
Alright. Large resource depot. I think this one I'll do with wood. No. Well, let's do... do wood just because it's okay. guess they're gonna strike. Foundry's on strike. Were y'all building anything? No? Try to appease them with extra rations. Party meals. Ah. Okay. Well, let's get to fishing. Heaters.
Workers, your work is over for today.
Making great progress. Still need a lot more steam exchangers. Like a lot. Can I do a steam reloading station would be nice, but I don't have that. Go to the avalanche field. I've been to a lot of places on this. Weirdly enough, though, I think this is probably a good time to stop. Herd might be buried under the foot of the mountain. Rusting rails. Alright. Well, it's probably a good place to stop here. Made really good progress in 2 hours. We are almost done with the generator. We're really progressing the story here. I'll go ahead and save this and see if we can pick it up next time. But I do appreciate you spending some time here with me today watching the stream, so let me know if you like it or not. Leave a comment if you would prefer, but we'll catch you in the next